All right, my Cancers, welcome to Tarot NY Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. This is your you versus them reading, and I'll be getting into your current feelings, thoughts, wants, actions of you and your person to help you get a snapshot of where your energy is at and where it's headed for the next 30 days. Remember, I also do private readings, so you can check out my main page. While I was meditating, I was seeing a mountain and climbing up a mountain. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. That's what was coming through. So thank you, Divine Creator, for guidance. Cross watchers, remember, energy can be flipped. I read for soulmates, soul tribe, and soul twins. If you're not in a romantic connection, this is going to be your business partner, family friend, or someone in your soul tribe who is significant. This wants to come out. And so I first read for perspectives from the side of the Cancer's perspective, and then Cancer's person, and then a truth in the middle, which is what the universe's purpose of this is for you. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So what I do see for the Cancer's energy is koi and gratitude. So there's a sense of really appreciating this relationship, their person. There's a strong sense of feeling like you're fortunate to be in this. Yeah, it's just a very beautiful energy here around abundance, gratitude, thankful for it. What I'm getting for your person, Cancers, is care and courage. So this is the way you perceive the connection and or your person. There's a sense of caring for them, them caring for you, a sense of courage, you guys having an adventure together and taking care of each other, supporting each other. So far, beautiful energy. Now remember, this is your snapshot for now and the trajectory over the next 30 days. Energy can change. As you are the captain of your ship, you can go faster, slower, or course correct directions. The central energy is mother and yielding. So there's a sense of nurturing. So the purpose of this connection, the universe, God, source, what their message is the purpose of this is all about that nurturing, that growth, the potential, the possibility, like a mother nurturing their child. This is the feeling that is coming from the central energy, the purpose of the connection. It's also to learn to surrender, yield, and to accept the things that come into your life. So let's go ahead and dive into a thematic energy and see what we get there. I want to see what the overall theme is between you two, or what has been. So this is going to be the overall theme of some of the past energy and then current energy. What the theme of this connection is and what its trajectory is going to be. Okay, so we do have some resistance. So yeah, and that makes a lot of sense because the purpose here is to learn to accept and surrender, to yield. And what you guys are doing, or one of you is doing, is resisting. So there's a sense of the universe's purpose teaching you to give up control, give up resistance, and instead to trust. So let's go ahead and dive into our past, present energies, and then I'll do a snippet of what the trajectory is, or what you would call future energy. And remember, future energies are always based upon the current energy and the way that you are steering your ship. So remember, you are in charge of your destiny. So we do get some energy that wants to come out for your past and present energy. And we're going to get some for, this will be, so I'm reading for your next 30 days, how the energy looks, how it's flowing, and the projected energy or future energy is for right after that, how things will be summing up right after the 30 days. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into your past energy. So I do see a sense of victory, success. Again, beautiful energy for you Cancers. There's also a sense of charging in, making it happen. You guys may have sharp tongues together or banter. There's something about the way you guys talk to each other. It may be fast. You might have some arguments going on as well, but it feels more like this is around solidifying your commitment, solidifying your next steps in relationship. This is like, we want to move to something that feels more solid and grounded, and there's this feeling of success around it, gratitude, care, very beautiful energy. In your present energy, I do see that there is some overwhelm coming through, but there's also a really strong energy around the memories and history with this person. It's like you guys have a friendship, a history, memories, and for some of you, past life, but we'll see as we dive in further. So let's go ahead and see what else we get. And then I'm going to put this energy over here, and we will read that in a bit. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into our tarot energies. This is going to give us what your person's feelings are currently overall. And then we'll dive into perspectives, wants, and of course, actions. And actions are based on current energy as it's flowing. So let's go ahead and look at our feelings for Cancers. How is Cancer feeling about this connection? Let's make sure we can get all the energy in here. All right, we do get the High Priestess reverse. So there's a sense of feeling, that makes sense because your Queen of Cups is reversed in your current energy too. So there's a sense of like, I don't feel connected to my intuition. I don't feel connected to knowing what we're supposed to do next, or is something out of alignment here. Let's see what other energies we get. All right, we do get the Chariot. This energy wants to come out as well. So we do have a strong energy of the Chariot and Two of Pentacles. You can see that here. And this is like saying, I don't know where we're going, but I'm moving forward, and I'm moving carefully and slowly and making sure everything's balanced and in order. So again, beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and see what's going on this side of the energy. So far, this feels very soul tribe, possibly soulmate. Let's see what other energies we get. All right, we do get our Judgment reversed. So there is resistance. Resistance is coming from the side of the Crosswatcher. That's where this resistance is coming from. Let's go ahead and get some more energy. All right, we do get our Hermit energy, and this is in the upright. So your person, the Crosswatcher, may be feeling like, oh, they also get the Two of Pentacles. So you guys mirrored each other's last energies in your feeling. It's like, we want to move slow. We want to move carefully. We don't want to shake things up so that there's a bunch of problems. There's some overwhelm around. There may be something overwhelming about the past, that the way you guys handled something in the past, you don't want to repeat that same mistake. But I do get energy that feels more resistant on the Crosswatcher side. And there's also a sense of the Crosswatcher wanting to take time alone, or isolate, or spend time with themselves to figure out. I feel like they need time to themselves to figure out what's best for them, what to do next. And so there may be that coming out as well. Let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper into the perspectives of our Cancer. What is our Cancer perceiving this connection as, or their person? And some of you may be connecting to a Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but we get a strong energy around that. We also get some strong energy around Virgo. And again, a strong energy of Scorpio and Cancer. So it doesn't have to be, but I am seeing that energy coming up. All right, so let's go ahead and offer perspectives under Cancers. Cancer's perspectives is of the connection. All right, we do get Temperance, so that's nice. That is a nice even energy. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Okay, so the perspective that Cancer is having on this connection is that there's peace here. It's like you guys emotionally are good for each other. You guys are not a bunch of drama. Like some relationships do have a lot of drama. There is the 7 of Pentacles, and so it's like, I can invest in this. This is worth investing in. My person is investing in me, or I can see that my person would want to, or I definitely want to invest in this. I feel really good about this. Like, I have more love here than fear. I perceive this connection, or I perceive my person, since this is the perception. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth, but it's how the Cancer is perceiving you in the connection. We do get the Page of Wands, so it's like I am up for anything, whatever our next step is. There's a bit of uncertainty here. Like, I don't know exactly where we're headed, what our next step is, and it's a bit overwhelming. Perhaps because of the uncertainty, and or because of something in the past, the memories, the history of something that you don't want to dredge up or repeat. There's a sense of, hey, I'm open for it. I'm game. What do we got here? And let's go ahead and look at what we get for the perception space in the Crosswatcher's energy. How does the Crosswatcher perceive this connection? Whoa, all of it wanted to come out. All right. I wanted to tell a story right now. How does the Crosswatcher perceive the connection or their person? So there's a sense of happiness here, emotional happiness. And of course, the 10 for me is very much a coupling. You know, the 9 is more like, hey, I'm happy on my own. But the 10 is like, let's be a couple. I'm happy as a couple. You provide that emotional support and emotional satisfaction for me when we're together. So the perception of this connection is, again, very beautiful, caring, courageous, gratitude, and appreciation. And of course, we get beautiful mother energy in the center. The only thing that's difficult here is there's resistance. And the resistance is coming from the Crosswatcher side. I also see that in the perception of the connection, the Crosswatcher is perceiving their Cancer as someone who, so this is the Fool in reverse. So this is like staying put, staying in it. Not wanting to leave, not wanting to budge. So maybe if there's something you guys are arguing about, it's like they're perceiving you as someone who doesn't want to budge. But for those of you that, for most of you, I feel like you guys are in some sort of commitment. It doesn't feel super solid, like you guys are married with a bunch of kids, but it feels like you're in a commitment. Maybe you guys are going to be moving in together, sharing families. Maybe you're going to be starting a family. Maybe you are in a commitment and you're just going to be moving in together soon, or maybe you are living together. I don't feel that this is a situationship going on. We do have our Knight of Pentacles, which is a young commitment energy, but it is a solid energy. And nothing here feels like everything's up in the air like some readings do. So this is for a large group of you who are in some sort of commitment. And it may just be, hey, we're now deciding we're not going to see other people anymore. And your person is perceiving you as someone who is game for that. It's like you're wanting to stick by and do this with you. I also perceive that, or I feel in the perception space, the Tower is in reverse. So there's a sense that the Crosswatcher is perceiving this connection or you. Something about it is resisting. Something about it is not moving forward to the changes that it needs to make. There's some sort of change here that needs to happen. And you need to surrender to it. You need to accept it. You need to give up control. but there's resistance around that. And this change, or what's up in the air and you're not really sure how everything's going to come together or what this future is going to hold, is a bit overwhelming. And especially if you guys are going to be starting a family or blending families or moving in together, buying your first home, all this stuff can be very overwhelming. And there might be some resistance around that. But again, this is going to vary for each of you, because everybody has, there's so many people watching. So everybody has a different situation. But your cross watcher is perceiving this connection as the connection is being held up because of the resistance. And I do feel like the resistance is coming from them because their judgment is in reverse. It's like they're not wanting to go forward toward their calling. They don't want to make a judgment call on this. It's like there's a stall in the energy, but they see that you're not really giving up. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more energy. I want to know who this overwhelm is coming from. It might be coming from both of you, but I feel like it mostly is coming from the cross watcher because they're the ones who is resistant and stalling. All right, so let's go ahead and see, what does the Cancer want? Now remember, you can flip energy. So if you feel like you're the cross watcher here and Cancer, you feel like you're here, you can flip it because it is a general. So we're going to go ahead and dive into Cancer's wants. What does Cancer want in this connection or from their person? All right, we do get the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a strong energy around alignment. Like they want to get on the same page with you. They want things to be aligned to move forward into the next step of the relationship. And we do get the Queen of Wands. So they may be connecting to a strong fire sign. This is a strong Aries, but also Leo energy. And they want their Queen of Wands, take gender as it resonates. They might perceive you as someone who is really fiery, confident, bossy, able to get things done, powerhouse kind of woman. This is a strong energy, of course, close to heaven, soul contract. So they might, they want their soul contract with their Queen of Wands. So let's go ahead and see what other energy we get here. Right, and Queen of Cups. So we also get a Queen of Cups energy. Wow. So they may also be connecting to a very strong Queen of Cups energy, which is Scorpio and Cancer. So they may be connecting to another Cancer or a Scorpio. Of course, we've got our Aries and Leo. So they're wanting to move forward. This is a very strong energy. Also that is very intuitive and like knowing what to do. So there's a sense that they didn't know what to do here in their feeling space, in their current energy. It's like, I'm not sure. Is this the right thing? I'm not sure if this is going to pan out, but I'm going to go ahead and move forward, and we're going to take it slow and be careful. What they want to know that this is the right move, and they want to move forward. They want us, you and your person, they want us on the same page kind of energy. Yeah, so they're connecting to a really strong fire or water sign. Again, take gender as it resonates for you, and the sign as it resonates for you. Let's go ahead and dive into what does the cross watcher, let me get this energy forward. What does the cross watcher want in this connection? Or what do they want from their Cancer? What does the cross watcher want in this connection? What do they want from their Cancer? All right, we do get the Seven of Cups. So they don't want to feel like an option. They don't want to feel like they're missing the boat. They don't want to have a broken heart over this. They don't want to get hurt if this person, the cross-watcher, needs to move more slowly, if they're a bit resistant toward this big next step that's taking place. They want you to be able to move slowly with them. They don't want a broken heart. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to feel like an option. They don't want to hurt you. And they want to know what to do, but they're not really clear right now about what to do. We do get the Six of Wands in the reverse. So we have a mirrored energy here from the top, which is the past energy, which is like, we can be successful. We can make this happen energy. And your person is feeling a little bit like, I don't know anymore. Like they're in their current energy, they don't know. They're like, I don't know. Can we? And I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to hurt you. I'm not sure what to do. And I'm not sure if we are going to be successful in this. And there's a lot of resistance as well in their energy and their feelings. Like, let's slow down. I need to take some time. I need to figure out whether this is right for me. And I definitely need to move slow. I do perceive this as something that will supply emotional happiness. And like, you're someone who is not giving up and sticking with it. But I do see that there's a big holdup in this next step, and I'm overwhelmed. And maybe Cancer, you're overwhelmed as well. And there's a sense of, I want to know what to do. I don't want to get hurt or hurt you. But I'm not really sure if this can work or not. So let's go ahead and see what we get for Cancer's actions in the current energy and as it flows over the next 30 days. So remember, this is a trajectory, and you can always course correct your energy as well. All right, so we do get the Fool. So there's like a sense of, I'm not quitting. So this commitment is, they don't want to quit it. Whatever commitment you guys have. The Ace of Pentacles, it's like, I want that new life to start with you. And let's go ahead and let's get one more. We also get our King of Swords. Wow, so you Cancers may be connecting also to a strong air sign. This is Aquarius and Libra. So we have 3 strong energies out that are around air, water, and fire. And then we have our mutable earth. So we have our Virgo as well. So Virgo, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Cancer, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. So what are they going to do? They're not going to quit. They're going to stick with it, and they're going to try to build something here with you, build a life with you. And they want to communicate all this to you that needs to be said with like open and honest meeting of minds. There's a serious energy here around what it is you guys are doing. But there's a lot of communication about this new life they want to build here with you. And let's go ahead and get energy for what your cross-watcher is going to do. All right, so the 4 of Swords, and that is in reversed. So they're going to come out of their hermit shell. They're going to come out of their isolation. All right, we do get a 10 of Swords energy though. And we get a 7 of Wands. So there's a sense that they're going to come out of their hermit shell over the next 30 days. And for some of you, this will be faster. For some of you, slower. And there is some sort of ending here. They're going to put a break on things, and they want to slow down. And this is about like protecting themselves, maybe guarding their heart, pulling back. It's like it doesn't feel like quite the right time. And this is where the resistance is coming from. So there's a lot of resistance coming from this side. In this energy here, we see it. We also see it in the perceptions here. And we see that they don't want a broken heart, so that is a fear energy of resistance. And they feel like something might not be successful here. And they want to protect their heart, and they're going to put the brakes on, and they're going to pull back. For some of you, of course, might feel like a breakup. For others of you, this is like a temporary pause in saying that we need to just take some time to figure out if this is the right move. But your cross watcher is definitely the one who is putting on the brakes and resisting. And so all this resistant energy is coming from them. But things do feel overwhelming. So there's encouragement is around waiting until things feel more balanced again. If you're overwhelmed, it's not a good time to make decisions. But remember, what you persist will continue. What you are resisting will persist. So the encouragement is to accept and surrender whatever is going on, so that you don't fall too much in resistance. I am going to look at a snippet of the energy toward the end of the 30 days so we can see a final trajectory. And of course, this allows you guys to kind of course correct things, communicate a little bit differently. If you're wanting to, but a lot of times, you know, what the other person's energy is and what they're bringing to the table is out of your control. You know, it's like you're the ship on the ocean, but the other person is the waves, you know, the wavelength, the wave speed, the strength of it, and the wind, you know, forcing itself, how fast it is, forcing itself against the boat, hitting the boat with the big wind, or whether there's no wind at all. And some of that is your inability to control personality traits of yourself. So there's a certain amount of things that you can do to help your current situation become a better situation. There's also a lot of things that are out of your control. And so whether you are the cross watcher or the Cancer, the encouragement is always to, in this energy here, is to remember to yield to the forces at work, accept and surrender instead of resist whatever it is you guys are going through, whatever is overwhelming, so that you're able to trust the process before you. If it's not the right time, it's not the right time. And what's for you will come for you. So you don't have to force things to happen. What I do see in the trajectory, in the current energy, is your Three of Swords and Nine of Cups. So something will feel like a broken heart, right? Because your person is pulling back, resisting. It's afraid that they'll get hurt, and so an ending. They're guarding their heart and pulling back, and it'll feel like an ending or a breakup or a pause. And I do see that after that, there's a broken heart, which is a sad energy, but it is followed by the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. So it feels like after all this plays out and all this resistance comes through, maybe you guys are communicating better, or something shifts towards the end of the 30 days. And then after the 30 days, something more positive happens, like the dream comes true, the wish comes to light. So this would be like in the middle of February, right, for most of you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end here, and I'm going to give you a angel advice, an angel encouragement, and then we have a bread of life advice encouragement. All right, we do get a 0505. So this is a 10, which is another 10, which is a reminder of an ending. Like it'll feel like some sort of ending. and a new beginning, because a 10 is an ending that turns into a 1, a new beginning. The eye candy. Remember your intuition, expression, networking, harmony, potential, romance. Take a break. Enjoy fresh air. Gather with friends for a delightful time. Appreciate nature. You may soon start an exciting new project, or a charming date might show up. Use your charisma to connect with others. Create meaningful connections wherever you go. So there's a sense that there's an ending here and a new beginning, and for you to take a break. And that's what I was feeling like in the energy. You guys are on pause or taking a break, or some of you, it feels like a break up. But it's a good time to not put pressure on each other. And everybody has a different speed. So let your person catch up to where you are. Try to be encouraging and calm and patient, and let each other be at your own pace so that it feels comfortable. Don't make decisions when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Your bread of life is the Lord is good, a refuge in time of trouble. He cares for those who trust in him. So this is Nahum 1:7. So we have a numerical value of 8, which is a reminder of using your free will to go toward justice, not more karmic behavior, and to turn to source, God, and trust in of course times of trouble, but also when you feel like your relationship is in trouble as well, it's also a very good time for that. So we're going to go ahead and end it there. And remember, you can join us on a long collective on Fridays. I do a short and a long collective during the week, and we deep dive you versus them on Saturdays, and we do a mirror soul to find out a bit more information if you are in a mirror soul. This doesn't feel like a mirror soul to me, but feel free to join us if you have a soulmate, because sometimes the soulmate energy resonates. That's on Sundays. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I would love to hear from you what is resonating for you and what's on your mind. Thank you. I'll see you in 30 days.